A staggering 1 in 5 people will experience narcissistic abuse in their lifetime. This chilling statistic reveals a hidden epidemic, one that leaves deep emotional and physical scars on its victims. Narcissistic abuse is often insidious, operating like a virus that slowly erodes a person's sense of self-worth and well-being. Victims may feel deeply confused and alone, blaming themselves for the turmoil in the relationship. It's crucial to understand that narcissistic abuse is not a weakness on the part of the victim. This isn't just about hurtful words or fleeting arguments. Narcissistic abuse can have severe long-term consequences for both the mental and physical health of the victim. In the following sections, we will shed light on this often misunderstood form of abuse. Narcissistic abuse stems from a personality disorder characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. Narcissists are often charming and charismatic, making it easy for others to fall under their spell. In relationships, narcissists need to be the center of attention. They may belittle their partners, gaslight them, or subject them to constant criticism. The constant criticism, manipulation, and lack of empathy chip away at their sense of self-worth, leaving them feeling inadequate and doubting their own perceptions. The scars it leaves are real, impacting the victim's mental and physical health in profound ways. Narcissistic abuse is a form of emotional and psychological manipulation. It is used by someone with narcissistic tendencies to gain power and control over another person. This abuse is often subtle and insidious. Narcissists have a grandiose sense of self-importance and crave constant admiration. They lack empathy and are unable to truly understand or care about the feelings of others. Narcissistic abuse is not about occasional disagreements or misunderstandings. It is a persistent pattern of behavior that aims to undermine the victim's self-esteem and sense of reality. Understanding the dynamics of this abuse is crucial for recognizing the signs and seeking help. Narcissists employ a range of manipulative tactics to maintain control in relationships. One common tactic is love bombing, showering their target with excessive attention, flattery, and affection. Once the narcissist feels secure in the relationship, the mask begins to slip. Criticism, belittling, and gaslighting become commonplace. Gaslighting involves distorting or denying reality, making the victim doubt their own memories and perceptions. Another common tactic is triangulation, where the narcissist introduces a third party into the relationship to create jealousy and insecurity. When confronted about their behavior, narcissists are experts at deflecting blame. This creates a confusing and frustrating dynamic for the victim, who may start to question their own sanity. Recognizing the signs of narcissistic abuse is crucial for protecting yourself from further harm. If you feel constantly on edge, walking on eggshells around your partner, it could be a red flag. Do you feel a persistent sense of inadequacy or self-doubt in the relationship? Are you constantly criticized, belittled, or made to feel inferior? Pay attention to how your partner talks about others. Recognizing the signs is the first step towards breaking free and healing. Living under the constant barrage of narcissistic abuse takes a severe toll on mental health. Imagine being told you're not good enough, your feelings are invalid, and your perception of reality is wrong, day after day. The narcissist's need for control often traps victims in a cycle of manipulation and self-doubt. They gaslight their victims, denying their reality and making them question their own sanity. The trauma bonding that often occurs in these relationships further complicates matters. Victims become attached to the abuser during the intermittent periods of love and affection, hoping to recapture those fleeting moments of validation. The psychological impacts of narcissistic abuse run deep. The constant stress and anxiety can manifest in physical symptoms as well: further impacting overall well-being. One of the most insidious aspects of narcissistic abuse is its ability to erode the victim's sense of self. The narcissist's constant criticism, belittling, and gaslighting create a distorted reality where the victim begins to doubt their own thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. Over time, this can lead to self-censorship, where the victim stops trusting their own judgment and silences their own voice to avoid further conflict. The narcissist may isolate their victim from friends and family, further reinforcing their dependence and control. This isolation creates a vacuum where the narcissist's voice becomes the only one the victim hears, amplifying the damaging effects on their self-perception. The victim may develop a pattern of people-pleasing, constantly seeking validation from the narcissist to feel worthy. Living in a state of constant uncertainty and fear takes a heavy toll on mental health. Victims of narcissistic abuse often experience heightened anxiety as they try to anticipate and navigate the unpredictable moods and behaviors of the abuser. The fear of saying or doing the wrong thing, triggering the narcissist's anger or disapproval, can lead to chronic stress and hypervigilance. The anxiety can manifest in physical symptoms such as insomnia, digestive problems, headaches, and muscle tension. The emotional roller coaster of narcissistic abuse can also lead to depression. While narcissistic abuse often leaves victims feeling emotionally and psychologically battered, its impact extends far beyond the mind. The chronic stress of living with a narcissist takes a heavy toll on physical health, increasing the risk of a wide range of illnesses. Imagine your nervous system on high alert, flooded with stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, every time you encounter your narcissistic partner. Over time, this constant state of fight or flight wreaks havoc on your body's delicate equilibrium. Your immune system, weakened by the relentless onslaught of stress, becomes less equipped to fight off infections and diseases. Understanding this connection is crucial for victims to seek the help and healing they need to reclaim both their mental and physical well-being. Scientific research has firmly established the link between chronic stress and a host of physical ailments. When we experience stress, our bodies release hormones like cortisol, designed to help us cope with immediate threats. However, when stress becomes chronic, as it often does in abusive relationships, these hormones remain elevated, wreaking havoc on our systems. Studies have linked chronic stress to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, including heart attacks, strokes, and hypertension. Chronic stress also suppresses the immune system, making us more susceptible to infections, viruses, and even certain types of cancer. The body's natural defenses are compromised, leaving us vulnerable to a range of illnesses. The physical symptoms of narcissistic abuse can manifest in myriad ways, often mimicking other health conditions. Victims may experience chronic fatigue, headaches, muscle tension, and digestive problems. These seemingly unrelated symptoms can be traced back to the constant stress and anxiety of living with a narcissist. Sleep disturbances are common, with victims struggling to fall asleep or stay asleep due to racing thoughts, nightmares, or the fear of their abuser's behavior. Victims may also develop unhealthy coping mechanisms to deal with the stress, such as overeating, smoking, or substance abuse. It's important for healthcare professionals to be aware of the link between narcissistic abuse and physical health problems. Sarah's story, A Life Upended. Sarah, a vibrant and successful graphic designer, met Mark at a conference. He was charming, attentive, and seemed to share her dreams and ambitions. Their relationship quickly blossomed into what Sarah believed was a fairy tale romance. As the honeymoon phase faded, Mark's true colors began to surface. He became increasingly critical of Sarah's work, her appearance, and her choices. Sarah found herself apologizing constantly, walking on eggshells to avoid his disapproval. After years of enduring this emotional abuse, Sarah's physical health deteriorated. It wasn't until Sarah discovered the term narcissistic abuse that she began to understand the root cause of her suffering. When the mind betrays the body, John's battle with autoimmune disease. John, a retired engineer, always considered himself a rational and resilient man. So, when he was diagnosed with a rare autoimmune disorder, he was baffled. It wasn't until he started therapy for his escalating anxiety that the connection between his condition and his marriage became apparent. John's wife, Eleanor, had a long history of manipulative behavior. She belittled John's opinions, dismissed his feelings, and made him feel inadequate and insignificant. The constant stress of living with Eleanor had silently ravaged John's body. The autoimmune disorder, a cruel manifestation of his emotional turmoil, attacked his joints, causing pain, stiffness, and inflammation. Sarah and John's stories are not isolated incidents. They represent the countless individuals whose lives have been ravaged by the insidious effects of narcissistic abuse. The toll this abuse takes on physical and mental health is profound, often leaving victims feeling broken, depleted, and hopeless. But there is hope. Recognizing the abuse is the first crucial step towards healing. Therapy plays a vital role in helping victims understand the dynamics of abuse, rebuild their self-esteem, and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Support groups provide a safe and validating space for survivors to connect, share their experiences, and find strength in knowing they are not alone. Healing from narcissistic abuse is a journey, not a destination. Healing from narcissistic abuse requires immense courage, self-compassion, and a commitment to reclaiming your life. Acknowledge the abuse for what it is. Psychological manipulation. It's not your fault. You are not to blame for the abuser's behavior. Seeking professional help is paramount. A trauma therapist can help you process your experiences and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Therapy can help you rebuild your self-esteem and reclaim your voice. Education is empowering. Knowledge is power. Healing is not linear. Be patient and celebrate your small victories. Rebuilding your life after narcissistic abuse is a gradual process of rediscovering yourself. It's about reclaiming your power and setting healthy boundaries. Start by focusing on self-care. Engage in activities that bring you joy. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial. Learn to say no to requests that drain your energy. Distance yourself from people who invalidate your feelings. Your mental health is precious. Cultivate a strong support system. Connect with trusted friends or support groups. Sharing your experiences can be incredibly empowering. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. There are people who care about you and want to support you. Embrace the power of forgiveness. Forgiving your abuser doesn't mean condoning their actions. It's about releasing the anger and pain that keep you tethered to the past. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. The journey of healing from narcissistic abuse is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. It is a journey of reclaiming your voice, your worth, and your power. It is about transforming pain into wisdom and emerging from the darkness stronger and more resilient than ever before. Remember that healing is not a destination. It's a journey. There will be good days and bad days, moments of progress and setbacks. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your small victories. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a testament to your courage and resilience. You are not alone. If you are struggling with the aftermath of narcissistic abuse, reach out for help. There are trained professionals, support groups, and resources available to guide you on your healing journey. You deserve to live a life free from manipulation, fear, and self-doubt. The future is unwritten. Embrace the possibility of a life filled with joy, authenticity, and meaningful connections. Believe in your strength and trust in your capacity to heal. The journey may be long, but the rewards of reclaiming your life are immeasurable.